My name's Teresa Woodruff, and I'm the Thomas J. Watkins Professor of Obstetrics and Gynecology in the Feinberg School of Medicine and the Director of the Women's Health Research Institute of Northwestern University. In the late 80s and early 90s, the first trial that they presented to us was 50,000 men who were treated with this particular drug. And I kind of raised my hand and said, well, where were the women? And they said, oh, well, we don't need to really worry about that. So the problem that we were facing is that women were being excluded from clinical trials. And so that meant that the drugs that were being developed weren't being tested on the very individual that would be taking that medicine. Northwestern has one of the strongest, if not the strongest, centers for reproductive science in the nation. And so it became a natural place for me to come and do my basic research. Sometime in the mid-2000s, I started talking with our dean of the medical school and the provost of the university about my real interest in making this a focal area for Northwestern. They allowed me to start this Women's Health Research Institute. What we tried to do was give away as much information as we possibly could. We tried to be always the authoritative resource. We tried to put out peer review information as well as opinion pieces. The Women's Health Research Institute's Leadership Council wrote letters to make sure that our Congress people as well as the NIH understood what the value would be by having sex as a basic fundamental building block of the way we do science and medicine. I think the most important date that everyone should remember is January 25th, 2016. It is from that date that all of science and medicine will change. And that's because the NIH then mandated on that day that we have to consider sex as a biological variable. So what January 25th, 2016 does is it changes that equation so that now we're all going to be included in the discoveries of the future that's going to improve the health of all of us. And that's what Northwestern, I think, offers as part of not just the human element, but also the ability to then do science that's somewhat unexpected. We're not scientists who are just doing that thing that becomes a paper that becomes a grant. We're the kind of scientists who say the promise of basic science and medicine is that tomorrow's patient will be treated better than today's.